Hello, my sassy Sagittarians. This is Brandy with Faith of 3 Tarot, and I'm doing an energy check-in for you guys for the month of September. Let's find out what is going on. Cosmic Ruby. Be a peace ambassador. Practice cosmic mastery. Look how gorgeous that card is. Okay, we've got Refreshing Oasis. Nurture yourself. Gather your strength. Pure intention. Find clarity. Surrender your ego. All right, that's going to be kind of our overall for this reading, hopefully. We'll find out what the tarot cards have to say about all that. But before we get to that, I would love to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you for being here. Our channel is growing, and it's because of the likes, the shares, the subscribes, just the views. Our videos are starting to be seen, and I am so excited about that, so thank you. If this does not resonate, please leave it on the table for whoever was meant to see it. Energies can be reversed. Cross-watchers are always welcome. And you will hear me say he, she, they, them, king, queen. It is a masculine or feminine energy I am picking up on, not necessarily a gender involved in a situation. Okay, we've got Wheel of Fortune. That is Destiny card. Keeping that wheel turning can be a turn of good luck. Unexpected fortune, death. We've got the death and rebirth cycle. Leaving something behind. Actually, letting it be. Walking away from it. Allowing this new, beautiful energy to come forth. Page of Pentacles. Okay, that page always reminds me of someone holding the world in the palm of their hand. It's like, I want to offer someone the world, or where do I want my world to be? Pages tend to be messengers for me. What else do we have for Saggy, please? We've got King of Swords showing up. He deals in truth, clarity, honesty, fairness. Can come across as detached. He uses that sort of truth. If somebody, he's not going to play. He's done with the bullshit, right? Very courageous energy with that sword. Five of Swords. We've got conflict. Can be intimidation, bullying, but usually for me that Five of Swords goes into the, is it really worth the fight? Those two people have already walked away. The one in the center is holding a sword. She's surrounded by swords. She's looking over her shoulder, waiting for somebody to come up behind her, trying to stab her, and she notices they've walked away. Like, what do you mean it wasn't worth the fight? It wasn't worth the battle. What else for Sagittarius, please? Got this Ten of Wands, hanging on to lots of heavy burdens. Thank you. Four of Wands and Two of Swords. Okay, Four of Wands speaks of the home. The physical home could be relocation. Can also speak of coming together, unity, celebrations, reunions. If you're looking at a romance aspect, it's usually considered a soulmate energy. An 11-11 card, right? Two of Swords, not having enough information to make a clear decision. She's got a blindfold on. She's like, I am seeking information. I need more information to make this decision. If pressed, she can lash out with those swords and unexpectedly, cut someone unintentionally. Okay, can you tell me all about what Saggy needs to hear, please? Let's see, I want to hear about this Wheel of Fortune. Keeping that wheel turning, doing what needs to be done, learning those lessons of life, cycles, fate, decisive moments, fortune. Okay, yep, Wounded Warrior. Yeah, you've been fighting a battle for a while. That goes along with this Ten of Wands right here. The Wounded Warrior, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You're tired of fighting, and you're ready for it to be done. You're weary, exhaustion. This is going into this 10, and this is about to be set down. And with this King of Swords energy, it's because you're done with it. You're ready for those calmer waters. Tell me about this death cycle, please. Death. Of course, death deals with, not necessarily a physical death, but it can be, the death of old beliefs, old cycles. Once again, time to change things up. King of Wands with this death card. That's a very interesting combination. This King of Wands is alluring, charismatic. He can be a great leader. Saggy, this can be your energy, and you may be saying, you know what, it's time for a major shakeup. I've been doing this same old for a good while, and I'm ready for something totally different. I'm ready for this. Ace of Wands. Inspiration. The new initiatives, the new passions, enthusiasm, getting your energy back, living your life once again. But that requires letting go of this in the past. Tell me about this Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Again, this is a messenger card for me. Usually it's mild messengers. Immature energy. Can be someone younger than you. But that is a solid, reliable offer. Okay, Seven of Swords. This can be sneaky, deceptive energy, but usually it's more of a spying. He's going to stash these swords somewhere, coming back to look in on Saggy occasionally. Didn't want to burn that bridge, but wants to keep an eye on the situation. It can also be strategy, planning, decisive, being in defensive mode. That's 2 sevens sitting right there on top of this page. Okay, this is a firm, reliable offer, but it's like, is it too good to be true? Right? Looking at it from all these angles to make sure that this isn't bullshit, basically. It's like, I've been through too much already. I cannot trust that this is what you're actually offering me. That this is what you say it is. Standing up for oneself. Protecting yourself. Tell me about this King of Swords, please. Tell me about this King of Swords. We do have 2 kings on the... Oh, victory. Right. Through truth and knowledge, you're going to come to this victory. That is also speaking of making sure that you include those that helped you stand back up. Don't forget, you know, your friends, your family, your soul tribe, those that were there through all these hard times. This is very much marching to victory. We have conquered this conflict. We have come out on top. And through truth, you're going to do that with that King of Swords. And like I said, that King of Swords is going to... You know, he's disciplined, can be very serious, but he's got high standards, and it's going to be like, okay, if you're not making the cut, you're not making the cut. You got to go. All right, tell me about this 5 of Swords, please. 5 of Swords. Because it's time for Saggy to work on Saggy being better. Focusing on oneself. Knight of Cups. There's another offer coming in. Knights for me are usually people coming towards you. A Knight of Cups is they can be very diplomatic, a mediator type. It's kind of an insecure energy, though. It's like, hey, Saggy, I want to offer you this cup, right? I'm not sure you want it, though, so I'm just going to be kind of tentative about this offer. I want to be able to ride off on my horse before that sword gets a hold of me, all right? But it's an idealist, you know, very charming, graceful, can be tactful, a negotiator type. So if you're going into new contracts, such as work or buying a home, this 4 of Wand energy, you know, this Knight can come into play with making sure you're getting all your bases covered, going to whoever you need to know that has that knowledge, that can help you and make sure that all your bases are covered, that you're covering your ass, right? Tell me about this 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands for Saggy. 10 of Wands, thank you. The Hierophant. Okay, this Hierophant, again, I'm looking at contracts for whatever reason. If you're doing a job change in this situation, this can also refer very clearly to a romantic situation that you're dealing with. This Hierophant speaks of conformity, going with the crowd, not making waves, okay? It can be a religious leader, but it can also be a teacher or a mentor. Speaks of contracts, the legal system. The Hierophant is, but it's also commitment in relationships, moving things to a higher level. If you are coming out of a rough patch in a marriage, or you're deciding, you know, it's time for us to go our separate ways, there's no salvaging this relationship, you're going to have a lot of these contracts, a lot of things that you're going to have to go over, and you're going to need guidance from some of these other people. If you're putting a King of Wands in your life into a death cycle, as in you're done with it, then, you know, this is what's going to come about. But you're taking care of it. It's like, okay, I've had enough. I'm done. It's time for Saggy to start living again. But I do feel like this is more you saying, you know, it's time for me to live. It's time for me to put away all of this drama, all of these heavy burdens I've been carrying. There's going to be secrets and shadows, but this moon usually lights up a path, right? Very intuitive. It's kind of almost an opposite energy of this Hierophant, where everything is in a row and, you know, it's conventional and conformed. Knowledge. This moon is like, it's a mystery. And that's all sitting on top. Maybe that's why it's been so difficult for you to make these decisions, because you don't have the knowledge you want. The information hasn't come in yet. Tell me about this Four of Wands, please. Four of Wands for Saggy. Thank you. Okay, now we've got two fours sitting on top of each other. Remember, we had the two sevens over here. This is holding on tight. This is, I'm going to put my boundaries up. I'm going to be very defensive. He's holding that one pentacle over his heart, so it may be I'm protecting my heart. I'm not going to let this energy out. Could be also protecting your money and your investments. It's like, I've lost enough. I'm not losing beyond this point. This Four of Pentacles is a miser energy. You know, it's clinging on. Just make sure you're not clinging on too tightly for very long. It is a healthy to establish boundaries. But if you set those boundaries so high that no one can infiltrate, then you're kind of punishing yourself in the process. Tell me more. Thank you. Yeah, the King of Pentacles. Because you're wanting to grow into this King of Pentacles. You're wanting to prosper again. You're wanting to be able to be, to have plenty, to be prosperous, to be able to share your pentacles with whoever you desire to. Very ambitious, abundant, safe, kind, protective, being a provider, being reliable. Or that may be what you're seeking, is that kind of a matchup. But I feel like this is you. It's like I've struggled long enough. This is my goal. This is what I'm going after. And they're not going to stop me this time. I'm not going to get distracted. I'm not going to allow this to hold me back. This is looking like you are having major growth in September, Saggy. Tell me about this Two of Swords, please. Two of Swords. Thank you. Okay. There may be an offer you want to refuse with this Four of Cups coming in. And there's that Empress. Speaking of prosperity, growth, very intuitive once again. You're going to have to get out of your head just a little bit while making some of these decisions. And it's going to be like, okay, what does my gut tell me? Does my gut tell me that this offer is not right? Or is it my ego? Is it my mind saying it? Make sure you're not missing something. But I see that you're protecting yourself. You're going to be cunning and strategic. You're watching for the lies, the deception. You're going to protect yourself and those you love during this process. That's what that miser, this combination right here, that's what this is all talking about. I feel like you're setting your goals and you're going towards them. You're like, I've had enough. This Emperor knows her worth. She knows her value. Speaks of fertility, growth, expansion, creativity, but very intuitive. All right. Okay. What else does Saggy need to hear for September, please? Saggy for September. Page of Swords. All right. Watching over your shoulder. Making sure that this is, you know, this page is coming in with truth messages, with knowledge. And it's like, okay, I'm watching to be stabbed in the back in this process, though. She's got that sword of truth. She will use it. Again, messages, though. It's like, don't cut the messenger, possibly. Whoever's delivering this message. Yeah, there's your expansion, your growth. You've started making these baby steps. Expecting to see the small results, you know, that you're going in the right direction. Again, the inspiration here, the growth, wanting to have the foresight to acknowledge and take care of things before they become a problem, right? But this is momentum. This is like, okay, it's bringing in this fire energy to give you that boost you need to start this process, all right? It's regaining that energy. You may have felt really, really drained, Saggy, and it's time for that energy to swap over. Alrighty, this is what I've got for you. I hope this has brought you some clarity for your September. Make great choices for you, right? I love you guys. Until next time, be healthy, be happy. Ta-ta.